Welcome back, everybody, to the Rice and Slice Golf Show podcast. My name is Theo, and the gentleman to my right is Chenji. Welcome back, guys. Good to have you here with us. Whether you're listening, whether you're watching, it's just good to have you on board. How's it going, Chenji?
We got there in the end, didn't we?
Well,
this feels like we would never got rusty.
Well, I mean, this intro was actually a pretty decent one. Like, I got it out
pretty
first
good.
take.
That's pretty good.
Even setting up the microphone and the camera was like it took us like 2 minutes, which is very surprising. Something's about to go wrong on this episode, but for now everything is good. But welcome back, guys. Chenji, how's it going?
Good, all good. Played some golf last weekend. Every weekend with golf is a good weekend for me. So
yeah, mate, that's good. That's good. First of all, I just want to say massive shout out to everybody on Instagram. We haven't blown up, but we got like 300 new followers in like 24 hours or whatever it was, which is very nice. We are, by the time you're listening to this podcast, I'm pretty sure, I hope that we should have passed 1,000 followers on Instagram, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we've been doing some clips on Instagram. We've been very active, stories, posts and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of reels. There's a lot more to come as well. It's just, we're kind of still getting used to things and I don't know, just kind of getting used to this social media thing. So if you don't follow Instagram or TikTok, at Rice and Slice podcast, that would be good. Also, before we get into the podcast, right off the bat, I would let you know, next week's episode 46, we will have a giveaway, our first ever giveaway, and it's going to be a bloody good one, because tomorrow, by the time you're listening to this podcast, yesterday, I went to the practice day at Hoylake for the Open. So I went into the pro shop and I got a bunch of goodies. I haven't got these now, but I'm going tomorrow. That's, just, you know what I mean? But I'm
talking about the past in the future.
Basically, yeah, it's a bit confusing. But next week I'm going to kind of show, I'm going to get, I don't know, probably like some, like a flag, I don't know, some golf balls, I don't know. I'm gonna get whoever wins is gonna get like a good bundle of stuff from the 151st Open. So do a little giveaway on Instagram. So make sure you're following at Rice and Slice on Instagram, just as a little thank you for the 1,000 followers. And yeah, guys, please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching. If you're listening, subscribe. I don't know if you can subscribe to the podcast if you're listening, but I don't know. Just give it like a 5-star review or something. Keep listening, keep watching.
Or 4-star if you don't like Theo.
Yeah, or 5-star if you don't like Chenji. That would be amazing. We get loads of 5 stars. So before we get into the Open and the little hype, about the Open, I don't know if it comes across on camera, but I'm looking at myself in the Zoom camera that I'm talking to Chenji. My face, Chenji, have you seen how red my face is? I don't know if it comes across.
It does show a little bit, right? I mean, I can see you over Zoom, and it's not the best quality, but yeah, you look a bit sunburned. I don't know what happened.
Well, today we had. Oh, thanks for asking. Today,
as if.
Yeah. Today we had me and my cousin Leo. We entered golf pairs. What is it? Mizuno golf pairs. Let me start that again, because this is probably going to be a clip on Instagram and I wanted to do it properly. So today we entered the Mizuno Golf Pairs competition at the Asprey, and yeah, we went. We had a great time. It was a lot of fun. We got to play with 2 old boys. They were pretty good. Not bandits, but they played to the handicap, which is great. Overall, great. It's not sponsored post. It's not sponsored, by the way. It's just we paid for everything. It's just I'm just kind of telling you my experience. So yeah, we went to the Asprey in Chalmarsh. They had like a full competition. Dude, there's a full competition. Tee time started at 8:30 in the morning, and it was 4-ball better ball. So 2 2 groups of 2s basically. Better ball. Stableford competition. Dude, tee time started at 8:30 in the morning and they finished at 4:30 in the afternoon. There was 90 teams of 2 people, so 180 players basically. And overall, mate, we had a great time. The sun was out, obviously, as you can tell by my face. The wind, I don't think I've ever played in like windier conditions. It was like 20-mile-an-hour winds.
Those are rookie numbers compared to Scotland.
Yeah, I know. I can imagine. But for us, yeah, it was very, because I think this golf course, man, is like on top of a hill. It's quite a flat golf course, but it's like, I don't know, I feel like we're quite high up. And the winds were mad today. And it didn't seem very windy, but yeah, they were very, very windy. So out of 90 teams, realistically, if you were playing Chenji, where would you be happy to finish?
Anywhere above 30.
Okay, that's good.
You know, I'm again being realistic here. Yeah.
No, that's good. That's good.
As long as I'm above average, I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a very realistic goal, and I think it's very fair. Yeah. So we ended up winning the entire thing.
No way.
No, I'm joking. We didn't win.
Oh, you always do me like that. I hate when that happens. You always do this to me.
We didn't win.
You always do this to me.
We didn't win. But we did play quite well. We got above average. So we had, I'm looking at the stats right now. We got 41 points, both me and Leo. So that's a very
really good.
That's a very respectable score. We didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bandit score. It was a little bit just better than a handicap, which is fine.
I mean, it's definitely not bandit if
No.
Leo's playing off a fate, right? So
yeah. So Leo plays off 7. I play off
7.
14. So
Yeah.
I want to say, I don't remember now. I want to say I had 16 shots and Leo had 10 shots. Keep in mind it was very, very windy. The greens were rapid, man. They were so fast. Like great conditions. We got 41 points. We placed 18th in the whole comp, which is very good.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you. I can't complain. Like front 9, I smashed it. I played very well. I got like 5 pars and a birdie. So most of the points I put on the card on the front 9. On the back 9, I felt myself getting tired and I lost focus. Thankfully, Leo remembered how to play golf, and he smashed the back 9. So between the pair, it was very 50-50, I would say. I didn't 3-putt once. It was all 2-putt, and the greens were rapid, like very, very fast. I was very happy with my putting. My driving was average. There was some really good shots. There was some massive slices. There was one where I barely hit the ball and it went like 10 yards into like the left bushes. But yeah, so out of 41 points, I would say that first place would be around 45, 46 points. Is that fair to say? If like you that's really good. If you had some like bandits, let's say.
Well, I would say 46 maybe if it's a better ball format. Potentially, but to be fair, I mean, better ball still,
46 is like very
46, including a bandit. I would.
Yes,
say.
I agree.
Don't tell me somebody shot 50 or something.
So, what would you? So 46 did not win. Do you want to have a guess of what score won?
Wait, is it like 2 scores above you, like 43?
No. It's a lot more.
More.
Wait, yeah, it's a lot more. Because we came
how?
18th. Wait, I know, mate. Wait. So 18th. So we came 18th with 41 points. So there were 17 better players than us. Keep in mind, there were some that were like 41, like joint 41 with us. So from 14 to 18, we're all on 41 points. But it goes,
mate.
You know how it works? It's they pick the last 9, the last 6, the last 3, and that's how they kind of figure out the winner.
No, but if you birdie every single hole net, right? Wait, net or gross? Sorry, like net. Yeah, if you birdie every single hole net, that's 48 points.
So the winner with 52 points.
Bloody.
And second place was 46, which is a very it's a very good score, very good stable for score, obviously, right? That's fair to say. Again, I don't know if they had any bandits. I don't know if they put some.
Did you know the handicap?
I can find out. Yeah. So basically, first place.
That's a good score.
52 stable for the points. If I'm not mistaken, because I checked earlier, both of these players, there were 17 handicappers. There is absolutely no. So if you're a 17 handicap, you got 20 shots. Yes. There is no way that those people that got 52 points are 17 handicappers.
Well, dude, I mean, if we look at it from a mathematical perspective, right? So if you got 20 shots, yeah, that means if you par the whole course on a gross basis,
Yeah.
right, you are getting 48, 49, 50 points. So basically, not only have they shot 72 gross, yeah, they've in fact shot like 2 under par.
So
Wait, is it 53 you said? 53 you said 52.
52.
So yeah, they've shot 2 under. So one of them shot 2 under par as a 17 handicap. That's crazy.
So I've got the scorecard in front of me. Right, are you ready for this?
Go on.
I'm not going to say hole 1, hole 2, hole 3. I'm just going to go across, right?
Yeah.
Par, birdie, 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 bogey, birdie, birdie, eagle, birdie. That was the front 9. Back 9, par, bogey, birdie, eagle, double, birdie, birdie, par, birdie. They are not 17 handicappers. Do you want to hear the funniest thing about these people that won this competition?
Go on.
They won last week's competition as well. And this week, the organisers were like, we're really sorry, guys. We kind of let everybody down because we know that they're not 17 handicappers, but there's nothing we can do about it. So they are flagged. And basically what's going to happen now is that Golf Pairs is going to automatically like handicap them. So next time when they play, and because obviously it's like your name and you're kind of, you're already in the system. Basically what's going to happen is they're going to get the last like Golf Pair scores and give them like an average, an average handicap. So that they're not going to trust the WH, the World Handicap System certificate handicap, the official handicap, because obviously that's a massive lie. So, but it's a shame. 46, I can almost understand. Like a couple of bandits, cool, but not 52 guys.
46 as a 46 as a bandit, I think that's absolutely achievable, right?
Yes. Yeah, I agree. Well, it's not absolutely achievable. It's a good feat. It's a good day out. It's a good day out.
I'm really proud of you guys for shooting 41. Like
I'm
that's
happy
a
with 41.
score.
And keep in mind with
day,
41. Where is my score? 41.
That means you've hit net birdies.
Dude, with 41, we had 2 blobs on the front 9, and we got 25 points. And we had 1 blob on the back 9 with 33 points. I think I said that right. But I mean, I said the points wrong. I said the points wrong.
Anyway, without getting too technical, I mean, I'm really proud of you, man. You were so nervous yesterday.
So I was nervous yesterday. So for the past week, we played Forest Pies with Matt Bentley. I spoke to you about this. I played terrible golf. On Sunday, we spoke. I played Kettleston, your old home club. I felt I've played terrible, and I was thinking to myself, I'm playing like in a big comp tomorrow, and I would like to do well. I don't want to let my partner down. I feel like my game was going in the right direction. I did feel like we could have got top 10, and to be fair, we could have easily got top 10 today. But I feel, and I just mentally, I wasn't very confident going into today. And then we went in quite early, had a few putts, had a few chips. There's no driving range, so I was like kind of hitting some balls on the net. I didn't really change nothing, but I don't know, something clicked. I played I played happy. I was happy with my golf today, especially with the way I've been playing for the past week. It wasn't looking good, mate. So I'm very glad that that I didn't let my partner down. My partner didn't let me down. He was there when I needed him. I was there when he needed me. All round, we had a great day. I'm happy with 41 points. Very respectable score. Yeah. So if it wasn't for that 52, we would have been top 10. Easy. No problem. Wow. So it is what it is. We're happy. It was a good day out.
You know, which reminds me, do you know how some of these people get away with such a high handicap while playing so good?
They play golf and they put a fake score down. Instead of, if they're shooting 80, they just put it on the shot 90, so the handicap goes up.
Yeah, but you know, like how they also do this in club, because if you are a member of a club, which I presume they are, because obviously they have an official handicap, and they want to actually win some real money in their own, like, you know, courses and competitions, they do not participate in summer's competitions. Yeah, because in the UK, right, in the winter, we don't tend to have 18-hole competition. it tends to be 12 holes or 14 holes. Yeah. So
and
you can
also, if there is an 18-hole competition, it doesn't go on your card, as in on your handicap, because if you know, obviously you know this, the tee boxes are moved forward and then they're not the correct tee boxes. So if the course plays, don't quote me on this, but this is what I've been told, and I'm not 100% certain, but it makes sense. If the course plays 100 yards less than the original yardage, you cannot put a card in to go against your handicap. So,
that's interesting. I did not know that.
So in the winter, there's sometimes where you might tee off the ladies' tees, for example. So even if it's a competition,
there's winter tee boxes, right? Where there's like a mat. There's a mat.
Exactly.
Being on a tee box.
And
so.
99% of the time, they're moved forward. Those winter tee boxes, right? And you're playing on temporary greens. So even if there's a club competition, which is very rare because of the rain and the snow and the horrible conditions, they can't put it on your. You might win like internally, but it doesn't go on your handicap. It doesn't affect your handicap because it plays 100 yards less. Please carry on. Carry on what we say.
Yeah, because I know for a fact, because obviously my last club, you could see the winners for winter tournaments are always different than the winners in summer tournaments.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because the winter tournament winners are always 17, 18 handicappers, yeah, and the winners of summer tournaments, they're always single digit handicappers.
Dude, I forgot how long Kettleston actually is. Playing off the yellow tees is nearly 7,200 yards.
No, it's not that much. Not the yellows, but the blues.
Are you sure?
No, definitely not 7,200. But I think so. From the yellows, it's 6,500, which is again.
Are you
that's
sure?
A lot. Yeah. From the whites, it's 6,800 or something.
Okay, I was completely wrong.
Then from the blue, it's 7,000 yards.
Well, okay. From the blue, I understand.
But it's a set par 70, so you shave off two pars. Yeah.
Oh,
so you shave off two. So two par fives become par fours, very long par fours, right?
Right.
And the course becomes, 200 yards longer.
Wow. That's mad. I don't know why, because I put it on hole 19. I'm sure we said off the yellow 7,100 yards, but obviously I got that wrong. Oh,
I'm not too sure.
Here's a funny story. Shall I tell it?
Go on.
Shall I tell it?
What?
I already told you this.
Which one?
Okay, so on Sunday, Kettleston, I'll say it doesn't make a difference. So basically, Kettleston used to be Chenji's old course. Now, if you're a long-time listener to the podcast, which I hope you are, we spoke about we spoke about what me and Chenji used to do at Kettleston. Basically, Chenji was a full member at this golf club, but he was only allowed to have a specific member play with him, a specific guest play with him 6 times per year. So we didn't know this rule. So every Sunday, because I wasn't a member anywhere, every Sunday I would go to Chenji's home course. We would play golf. We would have a carvery. Sometimes my family would come down and we would all have a carvery together. It was a good time up until I don't know, a couple of months went by, or 6-7 weeks went by. Chenji gets an email from the general manager or whoever it was saying, sorry, Chenji, just to let you know, Theodorus Kalopidis can no longer play with you unless he becomes a full member, because he is only allowed to play 6 times a year and he's played 6 times in the past 5 weeks. So I was like, oh no. And I was gutted because I love that course. Obviously, I love playing with Chenji, and Chenji, I hope he likes playing with me. And we had a great time. And we were like, what shall we do? So we came up with a horrible idea to basically sign me up as a different name. So every time I was a different name, Chenji would go to the pro shop and pay. Morally, it's not right. Please don't do this. But this rule is stupid. I want to play with my friend. I cannot afford to pay your green fees, Kettleston. Lower your green fees, and I will pay, no problem. But your sign-on fee is ridiculous. I am sorry to tell you, you know this. It's just silly money. It doesn't make sense to pay that much money for 18-hole course. Anyway, so we thought, I'm sorry, this is what we're going to do.
We got some Kettleston listeners here, yeah?
Yeah, I know. I know. And why do I know that we have Kettleston listeners? I'd go to the pro shop with a friend of mine that just joined Kettleston. And I told him this. I said, listen, just so you know, I'm only allowed to play with you 6 times per year. So what we're going to do the first time, obviously put my name down. Next time we play in like a couple of weeks time, put a different name down. And, you know, that way we can kind of keep the ball rolling. He was like, yeah, cool, no problem. We put my name down. I go to the pro shop to pay. This young lad, shout out to Connor. His name is Connor. It doesn't make a difference because I'm not going to get away with it. So it is what it is. Shout out to you, Connor. I think he's like an assistant pro at Kettleston. I go in and he goes to me, good morning, mate. How are you? You okay? And I was like, that's, you know, internally I'm thinking, I was very enthusiastic. What a great welcome to the golf course. So I'm like, hi, mate. Yeah, I'm good. And straight away he looks at me and he goes, don't you have a podcast? I was like, straight away, I put my head down and I was like, out of all the places that I would like to get recognised, this is 100% the last place. He goes, what do you mean? And then I explained to him, I told him what happened. And I said, oh, yeah, this and this happened. I was hoping that, you know, obviously I didn't expect you to recognise me. But obviously, Connor knows Chenji. Chenji spoke to Connor about the podcast like a year ago when he was a member. But he listens and watches the podcast. So shout out to you, Connor. Thank you very much, Connor. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being so nice to us. But I told him what happened, and fair play to the guy. He's just doing his job. He said, I'm sorry, mate. Like, you know, I said to him, I was hoping to sneak on next time I was round. He goes, I'm sorry, mate. Like, you know, we can't do that. I'm like, yeah, I completely understand. You've got rules to follow. And Kettleston is a very rule-following golf club. So it is what it is. So I'm going to just play there 6 times a year, and it is what it is. It's fine. But yeah, it is what it is. It's a shame, but...
Well, you come down to Moore Park now.
I'll come down, yeah. It's only like a 2.5 hour drive, mate. It's not that bad.
Mate, come on. Last summer, we were driving proper distances for golf.
Yeah, you're right. And next month, I will come down. Is it next month? Or like, I don't know. In a couple of weeks, I don't mind. I'll come down on a Sunday. I'll bring Stell down. We'll play both courses on the same day. Get a couple of buggies. Have you tried the food there yet?
The what?
The food?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Got roast.
It's good. Have they got a carvery?
No, it's not like a carvery like Kettleston. I'm not gonna lie. That's like you're never gonna be a carvery.
Okay. Is it like a fancy carvery?
Yeah, at a very good price.
Does it come at like on a plate already carved up and like designed?
Yeah.
Nice?
It does.
Okay,
it does.
All right.
So it's not like a self-serve thing, but you know, it's quite nice actually.
All right, cool.
I've had it very good portions. Loads of different drinks. I do like the bar selection.
Yeah.
Right? And outdoors, you can't beat it.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I follow Moore Park on Instagram.
The best thing as well, right? You know, we can bring your gear. I'll rent out a room upstairs, one of those like really big old grade 1 listed building rooms, and we'll do a podcast there.
Sounds good.
With the backdrop of
weeks sounds good.
The West Course, brilliant,
wicked. All right, we'll get that on the books. Moving on. I'm done about my my vent on the
coming in 18. Then did you win anything?
No, we won nothing. But
what did the winner win, by the way? Tell us about the prizes.
I will tell you the prizes. Very, very great question. So first place, £250 Mizuno voucher. Second place, £200. Third place, £150. Fourth place, £100 voucher. Fifth place, £50. Sixth place, £25. So it's not bad. First place, keep in mind that the two people that won the £250, they also won it last week. So it's like they've got them on the radar, basically.
Every week?
Mate, we were speaking to one of the ladies there. I think her name is Evie. We were speaking to one of the organisers. She told us, like, these next few weeks, you know, we've got... what's she saying? We've got... competitions at Sherwood Forest. We've got competitions here at the Brabazon, at the PGA National. Next year, they already have 192 competitions like ready to go, and most of them are like,
what?
Yeah, it's crazy. She says to us, most of like the next year's gonna be like the busiest year yet, and they have like on average 3 to 4 competitions per week. But next year, they're going to have like 2 to 3 a day for like during the summer months. Yeah, so and I was very surprised there was 180 people playing today, man. It was, the whole golf course was booked out for this golf day today. It was great. I had different things. I had different ideas. Like my mind was like running free with like what I was going to expect. I thought there was going to be like a bit of food. I thought they would have like a little, like a little like a fruit little station, or like a proper PGA Tour event with a buffet. And I thought that everyone, like the clubhouse would be very full, and at the end everyone would kind of stay for a ceremony. That's what I thought. Not a ceremony, not like you're lifting up trophies and like holding big checks saying 200 pounds on it or whatever it is. But I thought people would like stick around and kind of mingle. But no, everyone finished the round, had a drink, and then left and just went home. So I was like, okay, that's what we're doing as well.
And then you found out what what the score was on the internet.
We found out straight after we finished. We went and handed our cards in, and I was like, okay, so what's top score? He goes, she was looking at us like, I'm sorry guys, it's 52. As in, not sorry because you played bad, but sorry for them playing so ridiculous that it's definitely not a real handicap score. But it is what it is. We also entered like a different comps within competitions. So it was like a par 3 comp and like a 4-hole competition. I have no idea what that is, but we signed up. In the four-hole competition, we came third, which is good. No idea what the 4 holes were, but yeah. There was a longest drive on, I want to say the 11th. Dude, it was like just a straight down, bog standard par 5, no problem. Wind was massively helping, so I was like, and the number one, like the winner so far was only like 260 yards. I was like, 260 yards with wind helping, I can get 300 yards easy out of this. Yeah. So obviously Theo pulls up, tee up, go behind the ball, have a practice swing, find my line, and I'm like taking deep breaths. I'm like, and I'm like rocking back and forward like Martin Bob Borgmeyer. And then I just unleash a beast of a drive, and I swear to you, he went like 300 yards, but way right. It was the biggest slice you've ever seen in your life, man. And I'm like, everything was set up for me to have a win. It was perfectly straight, no like hazards. Wind was helping, like 25 miles an hour was like just helping. I was like, just hit your normal shot. But no, Theo had to rock back and forward like Brian Bryson DeChambeau. I sliced that thing, mate. It was gone. Like gone. He probably went over the motorway. It was madness. But yeah, we had a laugh. It is what it is. It is what it is.
It's funny, man. At least you had a good time.
Yeah, speaking of Martin Borgmeyer, just quickly.
You gone?
Do you know who Dude Perfect are?
Yes.
Okay, so Dude Perfect literally just released a video, I want to say yesterday or the day before, and they basically they did a video with Rory McIlroy where they try and break world records, like golf-related world records. They broke, honestly, within like a 15-minute video, they probably broke like 30 world records. There was one world record, one of the records was like flopping a shot, like the flopping a shot and catching it with your hand, like how high was the flop and catching it. There was one longest putt non-tournament. There was one, how many putts can you make, like how many 10-foot putts can you make within a minute, how many 300 yards, how many 300-yard drives can Rory drive in a minute. It was like that. And there was one where Rory McIlroy broke the world record at, where is it? With a putter, the longest drive with a putter at 255 yards. And that was like the world record. But before this video got released, keep in mind, they obviously recorded this like I don't know, 5, 6, 7 weeks ago. Before this video got released, about 5 days ago, Martin Borgmeyer, not sure if you've seen, he just released a video on his Instagram where he's on a Top Tracer range and he drives a putter 327 yards with a putter. So Rory's record literally lasted a week. It's unbelievable what he did with a putter.
But also bearing in mind, I'm pretty sure I remember that was maybe 2 years ago. Kyle Berkshire, also the long drive champion. Yeah. He used his putter and drove it 200 yards or something like that. Easily.
Okay,
easily.
so
I don't think it was 200. I don't think it was 227 yards. So Martin, pros to you, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen videos of Kyle Berkshire, driving it.
I think
200
okay.
yards
So
with
so
a
basically,
putter.
the caveat is that Rory's drive with the putter was a like an official world record like attempt. With Martin and Kyle's attempt, he was just top tracer or like trackman, just having a good, just having a mess around with their friends.
Recreational.
Yeah.
Recreational.
So obviously Martin is not like an official, world record, but he just did it without worries. He got 327 yards.
I love his videos, man.
He's such a nice guy. He's such a He's one of those is it like I think the gentle giant is the right word, right? He's such a massive, big,
with his
muscly guy.
tight shorts, with like super tight shorts,
silly tight shorts, guys. Like you can see pretty much everything. But he's just such a lovable character. You just want to go and just like hug him and just be like, "You're right, mate. How are you? You okay? Let's have a drink." He's such a lovely guy. I don't know. I get that vibe from him.
Exactly. But you say that in German. Ja, was geht, Alter? Oh.
You can speak the German, mate. I'll just carry on speaking English. But yeah, big week this week.
Big week, open week, final. I can't believe the summer's almost over. I mean, to be fair, every single time after the British Open, I have a bit of a summertime sadness.
Yeah, I completely.
It's like a little bittersweet feeling.
Yeah,
like,
it is. You're right.
Obviously, I only got into golf for 2 years, but literally, like, I've been following the whole, major season since then. Like every single, even the PGA Championship. Yes, I watched that as well. And every time after the British Open, I just feel a bit of like, damn.
Because
over.
it's the end. It's coming close, especially for us in the UK. It's winter is coming.
But that being said, technically it's kind of like the start of summer because that's when the school go on break for holiday.
Yeah, we're way past that. We haven't got kids. Yes, I get what you're trying to say.
It just feels disappointing.
Like
right?
everybody's going on holiday now.
Yeah, I know, but I just can't believe the Masters was like 3 months ago.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this year's Open. Obviously, it's weird. Whatever major is like approaching, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to watch, the PGA Challenge. I can't wait to watch the Masters. I can't wait to watch the US Open. And now the original Open is here in the UK at Royal Liverpool Hoylake. And I am so looking forward to this year. I'm going tomorrow, as I said at the beginning of the podcast. I'm going on a practice day. I'm going by myself. And I'm meeting up with Mark Bentley, and I can't wait. I can't wait to go, have a good time, walk around. And it's going to be nice by myself. I feel like it's going to be quite therapeutic because, I've got nobody around me. Not like I wouldn't mind having Chenji and everybody around with me, but it's just a different experience. It's a different vibe. You can go see whatever you want to see. You have zero opinions from anyone. You can go eat what you want to eat. You can go see what you want to see. You can watch. You can sit down for as long as you want to sit down. You don't have weird looks when you're spending loads of money in the pro shop. Like what you're doing, mate. You don't need, another Open 151st Open carry bag. You don't need that £600 bag. Put it back. So God knows how much money I'm spending tomorrow. But I've already warned the missus, and I said, look, listen, I'm going to the Open tomorrow. I'm just saying, I'm spending some money. So it is what it is. I am going to get some bits for the listeners.
We talked about it, didn't we? Like, obviously last year we went to the 150th edition of the Open at St Andrews.
Yep.
It was our first time ever at St Andrews. We were giggling like little kids, literally giggling like little kids.
I had tears coming down.
Walking everywhere. Yeah, seriously, tears coming down. I was like, I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
And this is how nerdy we are. And we go to the pro shop of St Andrews. We go to the official, Open. Open.
I've got
store.
goosebumps just listening to you, Chenji.
We go to the 17th. That's the secret little pro shop as well on the 17th green, right? Sorry, not the 17th green. By basically, I think it was by the Jigger Inn.
Yeah, it was next door. It's joined
where they sell the flag for the 17th hole.
Yeah.
Usually all the commemorative flags are the 18th hole, right? The flag,
the
18th hole flag. Yeah. But only that little secret pro shop, you get to buy the 17th hole flag, right?
We didn't even know that was there. We just randomly ran into it, and we were like,
because
we're another pro shop.
Because we're at the we're trying to go for the Jigger Inn.
Yeah, but we kind of saw a door and we just went through it, and it just so happened that it was a pro shop. We didn't know that this place was there.
I don't even think we were supposed to be at the Jigger Inn, right? Because it was kind of closed off for hotel guests only. I'm pretty sure.
No.
Anyway,
yeah.
We should re-listen. I mean, actually, yeah, you guys should re-listen to it. Last year, last year at this time, the episodes that we released, we would talk about
It
experiences.
was so good. It's such a worth
It was
listen.
so good. But again, we went so overboard with the merchandise, right? You spend like close to £1,000. I spent like 500, 600 and whatsoever, and we went mad. We were
I bought
absolutely
this,
mad.
right?
So
I bought like a wooden quiet please sign.
like and
this
you got it signed. You got it
Yeah, I
signed.
got it signed by Lee Westwood, right? But that's okay. That's one of the benefits. This thing was £100. Why do I need this, Chenji?
Mate, I can't believe that was £100.
Why
man.
do I need this? I bought some. I don't have them with me. I have them down.
No,
some
if
open coasters. There were 4 coasters with £50. I picked them up and I was like, "Oh, these are really nice." Like same colorway as this. And I was like, I don't need this. I don't need 4 coasters. They're £50. So I put them back. I walked off, and then I turned around and picked them up and put them in my basket. I'm like, I spent so much money for no reason there.
Remember that water bottle we bought? Yeah, that was
I've
£40.
used it not even once. I put water in it, and then I chucked the water away like a month later.
I've used it on the course, like, holding a metal bucket. I bloody scratched it.
Yeah, it's
£40.
I know.
And then, like, what else was there again? I think it was like, I bought like 10 of these little commemorative little, like, what's it called?
These.
Ball markers, yeah?
I've
ball
got
markers. They were
the
tiny.
balls.
They're the size of pennies. And they were like £50.
I've got these balls, obviously Callaway balls with like all the different St Andrews courses on there. I've got a bunch of ball markers. Look, 150th. There's loads of them back here. But yeah, we spent a bit of money. Obviously,
again,
I've got a couple of presents here and there, shirts.
Yeah, but I think point being,
we spent way too much money. Point being, we spent way too much money. But it's one of those
point
things.
being, we spent way too much money, but also like, as in like, okay, I feel like we've gotten everything literally like that we could ever need.
I agree.
Now, I'd be very, very keen to hear once you go there tomorrow, what you end up buying, right? Obviously,
mate, I'll show you next
apart
week.
from merchandise. No, I know, but like apart from merchandise you're gonna buy for a giveaway, right? I feel like okay, something there has to be seriously, seriously good for you to even consider buying it.
I completely agree with you. Tomorrow, there's no way I'm spending nowhere near as much money as I spent last year. The last year was a one-off because it was the 150th, first of all.
Correct.
That will never happen again, and it was St Andrews. I don't really care about Hoylake.
I mean,
like,
151st will never happen again.
Exactly. Yeah. But St Andrews, in 5 years' time or 4 years' time, when we go back to St Andrews for the 155th, I will buy bits, but I definitely won't spend as much money as I did because these things is like, it's one of those things. Oh, you never know when you're going to be back at St Andrews again. So we went a little bit overboard. We were definitely happy. The best 3 days of my life. No questions asked. I've said this a million times. Those 3 days I will remember until the day that I die. I think I'm safe to say for Chenji, for my uncle Aggie, and for my cousin Stell that we went with.
Mate, I've got tears coming out of my eyes right now thinking back.
Listen, I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to put it on record. For the 155th Open at St Andrews, both me and you, Chenji, will be working there. We will have hospitality tickets and we will have something to do with the Open tournament. I don't know what, I don't know how, I don't know if, but all I know is in 4 years' time, this podcast will be the third biggest golf podcast. And whatever we're going to get Rick Shields like what do you call it? Sloppy seconds. So whatever Rick Shields doesn't want to do, whatever Peter Finch and Golf Life and all of these massive YouTubers that do, we will take it. Give all the jobs to us. We will do it, no problem. So we're going to be there. Either way, we're going to be there anyway. But we are going to be there.
Theo will get naked.
I'm not getting naked for no one apart from you, Chenji. But we will be there, taking part. I don't know how, but I promise you that's a fact. You heard it here first. Episode 45. Russell's Lights Go for your podcast. Like and subscribe.
Speaking of facts.
Oh my.
And stats.
Okay. Yeah, that went off, right? 100,000 views.
Mate, that's a second viral video.
So we about 3 episodes ago. Is it 3 episodes or 2 episodes ago?
Yeah.
No, it was a lot.
Like 3.
We were together. We were together. It was a while ago. It was like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, that was like start of June, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. So we obviously about 4 episodes ago, we made an episode, and I basically sat down and gathered up some stats and facts, very crazy facts, like true facts that I've found on the internet from a guy called Lou Stagner, which is legit his job. He works with Arcos, and legit his job is a stat man. He knows all the stats about golf. Like, for example, I deleted it if I remember it. 99.93% of players lie about the distance that they hit the clubs with. I don't know if I've told you this before, but it's just like crazy facts like that. So we had one.
Have you ever watched the? I mean, do you ever read comments on Instagram? Like, everybody drives at 300 yards, mate.
Yeah, that's true. And so we
300 yards to the right after a slice.
I know. After breathing heavy and being lightheaded. So yeah, we released a video, a little clip from that podcast, stats and facts. I don't even know what stat that was. I think it was part 2. I don't even know I can't remember what would be said on it. But yeah, it kind of a month later, it kind of kicked off. It entered the Instagram algorithm, and it's on like 100,000 views. That's how we gained all of new followers, which is fantastic. If you guys are listening, thank you very much. But it's pretty cool, isn't it? It's not bad.
Hey, dude, we gained more followers than like in the other video, which had double the views.
Yeah, man,
which is
wicked.
The controversial opinion about TaylorMade.
Go back and listen to that. Anyway, let's talk.
Speaking of stats and facts.
Okay.
I can't pronounce.
Oh, have you got stats and facts?
I've got stats and facts.
No, you don't.
Well, I've got stats.
Oh, no way. Okay, I'm ready for this. I need some water.
Yeah.
I don't have any water with me. Go on.
Right. I mean, these are like, to be fair, these are not like, to be fair, they are PGA stats. So.
Wait, are they like legit stats?
Yeah, they're legit stats.
Okay.
Shot link error stats.
Okay.
These are all like, statistics, right? And, but yeah, I've always wondered how many albatrosses there were in, on the PGA Tour. Yeah?
Okay.
Obviously, like we see hole-in-ones all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And as a matter of fact, it's getting boring. Like basically, before every single PGA tournament, you go on Instagram and there's going to be like some kind of like, what's it called? PGA Vault post of like, this guy made a hole-in-one, this guy made a hole-in-one, this guy made a hole-in-one. I agree.
At this point, it's like, we get it. You got a hole-in-one.
Yeah.
It's pure
So
luck.
have a guess.
Zero skill.
In all of major championship history, we're just talking about the majors, right? So four tournaments a year. Yeah. So in the history, which has been like going on for over 100 years, well, 150 apparently for the Open.
Right. Okay.
How many albatrosses do you think has there ever been recorded?
I'm going to say 37.
That's a very odd number. How come?
I don't know. It just came to me. Is that? Am I right?
Half of that. 18.
Oh, really?
18.
Okay. The way you worded that, I thought you were going to say, oh, there's only been 3 albatross.
I mean, surely there's more than that, but still, they're like 18 in the last 120 years.
That's not a lot, is it? To be fair. Because if you put albatross next to hole-in-ones, it's like not even close.
Yeah, I mean, hole-in-ones has been over 100.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Very interesting.
Yeah.
What's next?
Funny one, which I personally felt very, I suppose, I contributed towards this fact. How many balls do you think get lost every single year?
What?
Golf balls.
Overall or on the PGA Tour?
No, like literally a year. Out of everybody that plays golf.
I'm going to say, honestly, 200 million, no, more. I want to say like 500 million golf balls.
500 million?
Yeah.
Rookie numbers.
No.
Double it up.
1 billion?
More.
1.5 billion?
1.2 billion.
No way.
Like some Danish study, just the estimated.
That is so interesting. Dude, I am responsible for probably 20% of those stats.
And, using the stats, you can then basically deduct, like the average lifespan of a golf ball. So considering all rounds together.
Honestly,
have a
two
guess.
holes.
A bit more than that.
4 holes.
7.
That's a lot.
I'm like, if I lose
lot.
3 balls on average in a round, I'm happy.
That's
mate.
a lot.
I'm like
Today,
happy.
on the back 9, I lost six balls, or like 5 balls on the back 9.
Mate, when I was playing 12 holes in Gullen in Scotland, I lost like 10 balls in 12 holes, dude.
That's a lot. That's very surprising. All right, that's cool. I like that. I like that one. Any more? Please tell me you have more. I love these.
No, not really.
Damn it! I wish you did. Right, never mind. It's all right. It's good. It's good. It's good. See, there you go. That's interesting.
There we go.
That will make the clip.
The Chinese man does make some research.
Good. Sometimes. I'm glad. Keep that coming, Chenji. We need more stats. I'll do some research. I'll find some more bits and let you know. Going back to the Open, I think this is probably the last topic that we'll probably talk about. Oh no, two things. Have you seen the 17th at the Open at Hoylake?
Oh, you mean like the boundaries?
What do you mean?
Wait, no. What? No, sorry. What?
So,
no, I haven't.
Okay,
Gone.
dude. So this golf hole is probably. Can I share? Can you Google now 17th Hoylake and look at the pictures? You are not going to believe that this is a golf hole. This is one of the scariest par threes I've ever seen in my life. It is a 135-yard par three. No problems, right? 135, nice and easy. There is 1, 2, 3. There's 4. I think there's 4 bunkers around the green. The green is what they're calling it an infinity green. So it's a raised green. You can't see the back of the green. All you can see is the sea behind it. You can't see where the ball is landing. If you go left, you're in trouble. If you go right, you're in trouble. If you're short, you are dead. Dude, have you seen it? Can you even see the green in that picture that you're looking at?
Yeah, it's a small elevated green. Everything in the front is protected by bunkers. Like you've got zero chance of not, making it into a bunker.
You can't be long. You can't be short. You can't miss left. You can't miss right. This year's Open Championship will be won and lost on the 17th hole. You heard it here first.
Mate, didn't we say that last year?
Did we?
I'm pretty sure after the Open,
I don't remember. Probably
in St Andrews, we looked at like the following years, and we talked about it in the practice rounds. I'm pretty sure we talked about this.
I don't remember.
I remember saying, like you saying the exact same thing. Next year's Open, right? And like I'm gonna find us a video clip of that, right?
Dude,
will be won and lost on the 17th.
No, there's no way, because this golf hole is brand new. This didn't exist. The first time they played, so the first time that this hole is getting played is for the Open. So basically, Hoylake, they swap.
I'm having some deja vu moment. I don't know what's going on, but I definitely remember us.
I heard. I said before. You've heard it here first. I've said that before, but that's about it. But no, this hole is a brand new hole, and normally this would be the 15th, but they've like reshuffled all the holes around, and this is the 17th par 3, and dude, it looks so scary. Obviously, from like a bird's eye view, it doesn't look that bad, but when you're like standing level and you're looking straight down, you can't even see you can barely see the top of the green because it's so elevated, and you can't see the back of the green. I can't wait. Tomorrow, the first thing I'm doing when I get there is I'm going straight to the 17th. And taking videos and just because I'm going to be by myself, mate. I'm going to do loads of content. It's going to be good. It's going to be wicked.
Brilliant. And like why they put up this hole? Because otherwise it just feels like an incredibly easy course.
It's not.
Every time the Open was held there,
it's like St Andrews. St Andrews is not a difficult course, but if you go there and there's 25, 30 mile an hour winds, then it becomes a completely different ball game. For example, Scottish Open, Min Woo Lee, my boy, he hit a 225-yard pitching wedge because of how strong the winds are. So it just goes to show Scotland golf courses are not difficult. Obviously, the links courses, they're very flat. There's no trees, but it's the wind that kind of gets you. That's it. So it'd be very interesting. And the weather doesn't look that great. So it's going to be wet. It's going to be rainy. It's going to be windy. So it's going to be very, very interesting. So yeah, going now to the final topic of the podcast, I want to get your thoughts on any top picks for the Open. Who do you think will win? Who do you think will place decent? Who do you think will flop? What do you think?
I'm going to say Liv players are going to outperform expectations.
Okay. As in Brooks.
Yeah. So we're gonna see at least 3 players from Liv in the top 10.
I can see that. I can definitely
That's my-
see Brooks being top 10. I could see.
I can see Rory being top 3.
Yeah, I can see that, but it's almost too good to be true. Him winning Scottish Open and then following week winning the Open is too good of a storyline.
I think it's going to be an underdog. I just have a feeling.
Does Ricky Fowler count as an underdog?
He does.
Ricky,
Wait, is he in the Open?
of course he is, mate. What do you mean?
I
Yes.
don't know. Did he qualify? He didn't qualify for the US Open, did he?
No, the only thing he didn't qualify this year is the Masters by like a week.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, he's playing. Yeah, so Ricky Fowler. Also, here's a fun fact for you. 2014, Rory won his one and only British Open. Do you know who came second?
Oh,
Ricky Fowler. Do you know where they played?
Liverpool.
Royal Liverpool. Hoylake.
Oh.
So they could battle it out again, but
Yeah.
the difference is like a different layout of the course. Yes, they know they like the bearings, but again, it's going to be difficult. This 17th hole, I promise you, is going to destroy souls.
And have you seen the 18th hole as well, where they put the out of bounds markers?
No, let me look at it now.
Have a look. Just Google Hoylake 18th hole out of bounds. It's like 5 foot next to the fairway.
What? Why did they do that for?
This tournament is gonna again be won and lost on the 17th and 18th final stretch.
I've never seen that. For whoever doesn't, like, literally just exactly like Chenji said, it's fairway and narrow fairway, rough or semi-rough, like 5 yard, like 3 yards of semi-rough. Then there's like 5 yards of rough and then out of bounds. Oh my God. Dude, if it's windy, we're going to watch the best golf. Well, the best or worst golf we've ever seen. Wow. See, they have to kind of keep elevating, like, I don't know, moving things about to kind of keep it interesting.
In my opinion, what's going to happen is, people are just not going to use driver, right?
Still. I get that, but still. When it's windy, mate, it could literally go anywhere.
It could go anywhere, but, hopefully more of Rory's, second to last shot in the Scottish Open.
Yeah.
That really, was the shot of the tournament. And he said was probably, one of the best shots in his life.
Yeah.
That stinger with the 2-iron.
Yeah.
We're going to see many, many, many of that.
It's going to be a lot of stinging going on.
You know what they call the that side of Liverpool? They call it the English Gulf Coast.
Do they really?
You know how there's a Scottish Gulf Coast, which is east of Edinburgh. They call that the English Gulf Coast.
Up them ways, up from I don't know, I don't want to. My geography up north is not very good, but you got Liverpool, you got north, south,
that part,
north,
right?
east, and west.
But northwest. That's literally it basically consolidates some of the best golf courses in England.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have obviously Hoylake, then there's West Lancashire, right? There is Royal St Anne's, there is Royal Lytham St Anne's, sorry. There is Formby, there is Hillside, right? There is even down to the south towards. I mean that's Wales, sorry. Yeah, but literally that coast is filled with amazing.
I don't know if I'm glad or upset that we don't live closer to those golf courses. What are we Which golf courses do you play? Which do you leave out? And not only that, the green fees are not cheap.
Mate, we're not going to get in any of those as members.
I'm sure we could wiggle our way in. Get one tee time.
Yeah, waiting list.
I don't know. But yeah, my top picks for the Open this year, Rory McIlroy, which I hate to say it, but just because he won in 2014, I'm going to put him on top of that list. Cam Smith, I think he's just smashing it. Just literally coming off a win on Live. And he was unbelievable. And I think Ricky Fowler's going to play well as well. I've got a feeling about Ricky, my boy Ricky. Honourable mentions.
Brooks Koepka.
Yeah,
come on. He has to be in contention every single major.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. I don't know. I don't know how well he's going to play in a links course.
Mate, you forgot Jon Rahm.
Speaking of Jon Rahm, when was the last time Jon Rahm played? Have you heard about him anything?
Been a while, hasn't it?
Last I've got it here. So last time he played was at the Travellers, like beginning of June, and he got cut for that tournament. And then he just gone like silent. Like nobody knows where he is. Nobody knows what he's doing. No, nothing. The only thing that I have that it's known about Jon Rahm, he has just signed a new long-term deal with Callaway, and he's also received an equity position.
Wow.
So I think that's the new. So you hear about the footballers like Messi, for example, who's gone to Inter Miami.
Yeah,
they can't afford to pay his wage up. For example, I don't know if they can probably afford it, but you know what I mean. Like, greatest player of all time. They couldn't afford to kind of buy him. So what they said, come to us, we'll pay you your wage or whatever. We won't, or we'll pay you a little bit less, but you can have 2% of the club. So I think there's going to be a lot of that going on now. So Rory, for example,
bearing in mind,
okay, go on.
3 years ago, three years ago, he was with TaylorMade.
Yeah, literally 2 years ago. I'm gonna say 3 years. Yeah.
Like I think he used the M6.
Yeah.
And then literally when the Sim came out,
Yeah.
right, 2019, he went to Callaway.
So think about this: Tiger Woods. Okay, no, Tiger Woods is a bad example. Let's say Rory. If Rory like goes on this winning streak and like he wins this week or whatever, is it 200 million that he got from TaylorMade for like a 10-year deal?
100 million or something.
It's whatever it was. Let's say it's 100 million. No, it's more. It was more than 100, man. I'm sure it was. Anyway, let's say it's 100 million for a 10-year deal. So you get 10 million a year to play for TaylorMade. When that contract runs out and he's still on top of his game and he's like top 2, top 3, top 1 best player, at the time or whatever, there's no way in God's green earth that he will accept 100 million for another 10 years. So what he's going to do, he's going to go to them and say, I want 100 million, but I want 5% of TaylorMade. And TaylorMade will go, no problem, sign here. Have 7%. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way they're risking to lose. Part of me, okay, this is going to sound bad. People are going to hate the fact that I'm going to say this. TaylorMade is only as big as what it is because of the talent that they have on the books. I've said it. Some of you will agree. A lot of you would disagree. I've said it.
Is this clip going to get another 200,000 followers? Because last time you said something this controversial, right? Our video got 250,000
The best players in the world
views.
are signed by TaylorMade.
And we lost about 100 followers. Just kidding.
I don't care. I mean, we're here to we give our opinions. I'm not saying they're right, but that's just my opinion. I don't think that TaylorMade would be as big if they didn't have Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, like who else? Colin Morikawa. They have incredible.
I would
Sergio
even go so far
Garcia.
as to say, American good players use Callaway, English good players use Titleist.
Yeah.
And people with no personality use TaylorMade.
Oh. On that note, that is the end of the podcast. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe. Go to our socials at Rice and Slice Podcast, and we will see you again next week for our first ever competition. Take care. Bye.
I use a TaylorMade, by the way.